Hi, all. Say hello to my glowing mic. We are back for another example of book hauls, how I got them. It is raining, so if you can hear the rain, I apologize, but I'm also really excited that it's raining. So remember in the book outlet video where I said that was my secret shame because I bought a lot of books right before I went on a book buying ban? Here's the real secret shame, which I'm telling you all. These are all the books that I acquired during my book buying ban between March 1st and May 1st. And I'll also go into how and why I got them. The first book I got around by having pre-ordered it back in 2023, and it was paid for but didn't get released until after March. So that was my justification. And that book is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Human by Kimberly Lemming. The print version came out early March, so I pre-ordered it before it came out, and it arrived on the doorstep during my book buying ban, but I technically didn't buy it then, so it doesn't count. This next book I snagged from a little free library in my area, and depending on how I feel about it, I might return it to my little free library or give a different book out. But that is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. I have another book of hers, Drunken Love. I've read By the Book of hers, so I have both of those actually. Drunken Love I haven't finished. I'll get into that maybe in a different video. And then By the Book I loved. So The Proposal, I got it from my little free library, which I didn't pay for, so doesn't count. This next book I got because Target gave me a gift card for spending a lot of money on other stuff there. And if I didn't pay for it, it's free and it doesn't count as a book that I purchased. And that is The Fake Mate. I love a paranormal. I love an Omegaverse. And when I read this book, I knew that I wanted it. I'm really deep into my Lana Ferguson phase. I'm enjoying all the things that I've read of her. She has 2 more books coming out this year. I may have pre-ordered at least one of them. But Fake Mate was covered by my gift card, so it also doesn't count as part of a book buying ban if I didn't pay for it. This one, I got outside help confirming this does not count with me. I got A Touch of Chaos when it came out. I did technically spend money on it, but it completes a series, so that's only one book. So I theoretically, I already owned this because I have the rest of the series from Persephone's perspective. I do not have the ones from Hades' perspective, but because I'm just completing the series, that doesn't count as buying a new book, right? Not at all. Thank you. Thank you, Scarlett St. Clair. Now, these last 4 you might have seen in a different video of mine because I got these on Indie Bookstore Day. I wasn't here in Chicago. I'm so sad because the Chicago indie bookstores, a lot of them came together and put on a spectacular event that day, and I was not here for it. So I found an indie bookstore near me, and I bought these 4 books. The first book I got was When Grumpy Met Sunshine, and it might just be because I had recently read it from my local library, but I just couldn't stop thinking about Alfie and just the chaos between these 2 characters. It was absolutely insane. Their banter wasn't banter, flirty banter. It was just like someone tripped and fell, but it took them an entire city block to fall down. I had never seen anything like it. I also wanted to see if reading it in paper form versus on my e-reader made the formatting of it feel better to me as a reading experience. So I got it and then immediately went to the when she tries to get into the car and the paparazzi are harassing her and he tries to help her into the car, and the chaos that happens during that is just priceless. Now, the last 3, I'm not really counting. This is Anonymous Sex. This is stories. I read a lot about sex and romance novels, and this book caught my fancy when I read the blurb. I had it on hold at the local library and then went, no, I'm going to buy it. Look at that beautiful cover. I don't know why. It's like sensual, but also like kind of dirty, but also you could justify it's just a strawberry. The Shortest History of Sex. I this just made me giggle. I don't know if this is going to be as informative as I'm hoping. It's not going to be a practical how-to guide, but I do think that it is important that we acknowledge that it serves a purpose. Like, it serves a greater purpose, and how does that work, and all of those things. And I thought it would just be a fun read. It's also like, it's dinosaurs having sex on the cover. So I don't know how I couldn't have gotten that. And then Kink, which is another collection of essays about kink. And I really want to make sure that for people who are participating in sex aspects of sex and sexuality that I do not participate in, that I'm being really kind and informed when I talk about it. And it's not my personal preferences when it comes to sex, but an actual educated perspective on whether or not we're portraying it correctly and doing the people who for whom that is their lifestyle, really serving that community and helping people who maybe are looking to get into that lifestyle. So I got Kink. So those are the books that I acquired between March 1st and May 1st. If you're interested in maybe monthly wrap up of books that I acquire, let me know in the comments and I can start to make that a part of my routine.